good morning. Right, my videos are not in any way scripted, so you'll have to excuse me if I do mess them up. But I want to talk about something that's very important to me because I'm close friends with people that have many different kinds of conditions, illnesses, learning difficulties, things that are on particular spectrums, and there's a complete and utter lack of respect out there for all of us. There's not enough good services out there to help us. We are actually having to come up with groups of our own, peer support groups, to support people that have these differences. A couple of reports have shown up recently about some people that have Asperger's or some other form of autism that have been called names or laughed at. One of them happens right here in Doncaster, and it's about time that services got it into their heads that these people need support, not laughing at by stupid people on the street or calling names by public transport drivers and things like that. It's just not on. We cannot help being the way that we are and having the problems that we have. We never asked for this to be the case. Instead of attacking us in many different ways, why don't you actually support us? I never wanted to use my YouTube channel to go on the attack about the way that we're treated. The fact that I've joined peer support groups in Doncaster within the last 6 years shows that the only people that are out there that can actually help and understand are the people that actually have these problems. We might be considered few and far between compared to the so-called services that are available out there, but we know what we're doing. We've been doing it for 6 years. Don't you think by now that we should be the ones that get listened to? No, we don't fully understand our conditions ourselves and why we've got them, but we need to work together. It's no good sending people out there and asking them to live a normal life and not helping them at all. It's not easy to live with depression, anxiety, Asperger's, any kind of learning difficulty. I mean, we can feel so low as it is without having people laugh at us and call us names. Apparently this poor lad in Manchester was called a mong by a driver of a bus for asking for directions. What is abnormal about asking for directions? Even somebody without Asperger's or autism or any kind of learning difficulty or depression or anxiety would ask for directions. We get scared of asking for help because people that actually consider themselves to be normal laugh at us and call us names and want us to go away and hide in a corner. We're not going to do that. I'm not going to hide anything about myself. My supposed learning difficulty that nobody can even tell me what it is. My depression, my anxiety that makes me get to rock bottom, makes me want to not be here anymore. But I'm not going to end my life or have my life ended for me because these services don't want to help. I have been an activist and a campaigner. I'm still an activist and a campaigner. The only reason I'm not doing it right now is because I'm recovering from something really important that happened to me. Yes, I didn't get sick from the problem that I've developed, but I could have. And I'm already ill mentally. I feel like I've got a broken mind at times. You all need to get off your backsides and actually listen to the people that are telling you their learned experiences of these things. If a simple thing like asking for directions can get us called names and laughed at and make us break down, services have never worked. We try to get them to work by explaining as best we can as much as we understand about our own conditions. But it'll never change. Putting something under a new label doesn't mean to say that it's changed, it's just a new label. I mean, how many different people come along and try to get a tender for the service to just not change a single thing about that service? People should need to live in the community, not locked up for supposedly for their own safety or the safety of other people. Do you think anybody would get to the point where they harm themselves or other people if the support was out there in the first place? There's many of us that feel like we're fighting a losing battle, that nothing will ever change. And I can't live like that anymore. I can't live in a world where services don't change. I need to live in a world where people like me are part of groups where we change something. This is what we've been trying to do for the last 6 years and what we'll continue to do in any way possible. Peer support and looking after each other is the only way to go. We've all been saying this for a very long time now. And something needs to change. I'm sorry but if I'm repeating myself, but it just does. Stop burying your heads in the sand and listen to the people that really know what they're talking about. You say you do, but you don't. I've lived in this town for most of my life and I've not seen anything improve. There's children that end up killing themselves because nobody's really listening. Do you think anybody listened to me when I said that bullying was making me depressed? No, they didn't. It took me years of fighting to actually get any help from anybody. Well, I've had enough of it now. And I didn't want to make my channel about this kind of thing. But you're not giving us much choice. You're not giving us a chance to just do fun YouTube videos about doing silly things. So I'm afraid this is the way this channel is going to go because I can't take it anymore. This is all I'm going to say because it just makes me so angry and I've already been going for 7 minutes just talking about this. So I'm just going to go now and hope that somebody out there pays attention. Please, just listen to us. Thank you. Bye.